There comes a moment in every man's life when he realizes that respect isn't something people give you freely. It's something they observe in your behavior, quietly, over time, through small choices you don't even notice you're making. Respect isn't lost in dramatic scenes or catastrophic mistakes. It's lost in subtle slips of character, in moments of reactivity, in careless habits that unfold in public. You may have lived long enough to know this truth firsthand. People rarely remember your intentions, but they always remember your behavior, especially the behavior you show when emotions run high, when tension rises, or when pride gets bruised. And if you've ever walked away from a moment thinking, I should have handled that differently, then you already understand why today's message matters. Let's walk through 8 habits that quietly weaken your presence in public. Not to judge them, but to replace them with something stronger. After each rule, you'll learn a daily practice rooted in Stoic philosophy. Something simple you can apply today, tonight, tomorrow, and for the rest of your life. You don't need perfection. You need awareness. You need intention. And you need small practices that protect your character in the moments that matter. Let's begin. Rule 1. Never lose your temper in public. There is nothing admirable about a public loss of control. Anger arrives quickly, often disguised as moral righteousness. I'm right. They're wrong. They shouldn't have done that. I can't believe they said that. But the moment your voice rises, your movements become sharp, or your face tightens. Something inside you shifts. Your power leaves you. Your clarity dissolves. Your judgment blurs, and whether you realize it or not, every eye in the room begins to form an opinion about you. They don't see your point. They see your instability. Anger doesn't make you look strong. It makes you look fragile. As if any small inconvenience can break your balance. People fear angry men, but they don't respect them. And the men who lose their temper the fastest are often the men who feel the weakest inside. Because anger becomes a shield protecting a wounded ego. Stoicism teaches something simple. If you cannot command yourself, you cannot command a room. Practice for Rule 1. The 3-second pause whenever someone triggers you in public. A disrespectful comment, a rude gesture, an unfair accusation. Pause for 3 seconds. 1 breath in, hold it. 1 breath out. This tiny window becomes a doorway back to yourself. It stops the emotional hijacking. It cuts the fuse before the explosion. And it reminds your mind that you are in charge. 3 seconds may be the difference between regret and respect. Rule 2. Never complain or seek sympathy in public. Complaining in public feels harmless in the moment. It feels like relief. Release, connection, honesty. But to others, it communicates something else entirely. I need attention to cope. I can't handle my burdens quietly. I need an audience for my discomfort. People don't respect public complaining. Not because struggle is shameful. Every man struggles, but because public sympathy seeking looks like emotional leakage, not leadership. A man who constantly complains in public becomes the guy, the one who drains energy, the one who always has a problem, the one who wants reactions instead of solutions. No one admires a man who broadcasts his struggle to strangers. People admire a man who carries his struggle with dignity and shares it selectively, intentionally, with those he truly trusts. A man with internal strength doesn't need the world to know his pain. He knows the world is not responsible for holding it. Practice for Rule 2. Private venting when life becomes heavy, and it will. Don't seek comfort in crowds. Instead, establish a private outlet, a journal, a single trusted friend, a therapist or coach, A quiet voice memo recorded just for yourself. Let your emotions land in a safe place. Not in a public space. A man who vents privately gains clarity. A man who vents publicly loses respect. Rule 3. Never gossip or speak ill of others. Gossip is a poison that tastes sweet for a moment, but burns your reputation for far longer. When you speak badly about someone who isn't present to defend themselves, people don't think you're insightful or honest. They think you're dangerous. They wonder what you say about them when they're not. They question your loyalty. They doubt your integrity. Gossip signals insecurity, because men who feel small try to shrink others to feel tall. A man of character doesn't keep his dignity by tearing others down. He keeps it by refusing to participate in conversations designed to weaken someone else's image. The strongest men you'll ever meet speak less about people and more about principles, ideas, goals, growth, or the future. Practice for Rule 3. The silent redirect. When someone invites you into gossip, respond with calm neutrality. I don't really know the full story, or hope they're doing well, or let's talk about something useful. Silence protects your character. Redirection protects the conversation, and refusing to participate protects your reputation long after the moment has passed. Rule 4. Never seek validation or show off. Men who brag the loudest often feel the emptiest inside. Showing off, flexing wealth, inflating achievements, telling stories to impress, speaking loudly to be noticed, never builds real respect. It builds eye rolls. Men who need validation in public reveal their dependence on approval. And dependence is the opposite of strength. A man grounded in himself moves differently. He stands without puffing his chest. He speaks without forcing attention. He lets his presence, not his performance, do the talking. Real respect grows in quiet confidence. People admire the man who doesn't need to be admired. Practice for Rule 4. The one sentence filter. Before you speak in a group, silently ask, am I about to contribute or perform? If the answer is perform, stay quiet. Your silence will speak louder than your words ever could. Rule 5. Never mock or humiliate others. Mockery looks like confidence from a distance, but up close it reveals insecurity. Men who make fun of others, especially publicly, are trying to distract from their own inadequacies. Humiliating someone in public creates discomfort in the room, distrust in bystanders, resentment in the target, is stain on your reputation. Even if people laugh, it's not because they admire you. It's because they fear being your next target. Strong men don't punch down. They lift themselves without lowering anyone else. They know that the way you treat the lowest status person in a room says more about your character than the way you treat the highest. Practice for Rule 5. The respect scan before making a joke. Run this to second check. Will this raise the energy of the room or lower it? If it lowers it, abandon the joke. Strength isn't in saying everything you can. It's in choosing what not to say. Rule 6. Never reveal deep emotional chaos in public. Emotions are human. There is nothing stoic about suppressing or denying them, but unleashing deep emotional turmoil in public creates the wrong kind of attention. It makes people uncomfortable and uncertain about your stability. You deserve support. You deserve understanding. You deserve compassion, but public environments rarely provide that. They provide judgment, whispers, and misinterpretation. There are emotions meant for the world and emotions meant for the walls of a private room with someone you trust. A man who learns where to place his emotions becomes emotionally intelligent, not emotionally suppressed. Practice for Rule 6. the safe space ruler, create one designated emotional sanctuary. Choose one. A journal, a therapist, a trusted friend, the privacy of your car, a quiet room where you sit in stillness, tell yourself, my emotions are real. But not every space deserves them. This is not hiding your pain. It is protecting your dignity. Rule 7. Never argue publicly to prove your point. Arguments in public are rarely about truth. They're about ego, yours or theirs, fighting for validation. No one listens in these moments. People perform. People posture. People escalate. The argument becomes entertainment for the crowd and embarrassment for the participants. You don't rise by arguing. You rise by refusing to be dragged into unnecessary conflict. Calm and dissolves arguments effortlessly, not by winning them, but by stepping out of them. Practice for Rule 7. The exit lane is simple. Neutral lines to end public conflict. You might be right, or I don't think this is the place, or let's talk later. These lines maintain dignity without conceding truth. They preserve your calm, your image, and your composure. Rule 8. Never disrespect yourself through careless behavior. Self-respect is visible. You can see it in posture, breath, presence, tone, boundaries, discipline. When a man disrespects himself in public through overdrinking, reckless behavior, sloppiness, desperation, poor posture, or uncontrolled impulses, the world responds instantly. People instinctively judge her. Man's inner strength be the way he carries himself when he thinks no one is watching, and by the way he behaves when everyone is watching. A man who respects himself moves deliberately. He does not let moments of temptation, impulse, or exhaustion dictate his identity. Practice for Rule 8. The mirror check before stepping outside. Look at yourself briefly and ask, would I respect a stranger who looks and carries himself like this? If the answer is no, you just one small thing. Your posture, your tone, your grooming, your breath, your energy. Respect begins at home. Public respect follows private discipline. Nightly Stoic practice for all 8 rules. At the end of the day, spend 2 quiet minutes asking, 1. What did I do well today? 2. Where did I lose control? 3. How can I improve by just 1% tomorrow? No judgment. No punishment. Just honesty. This daily reflection turns awareness into mastery, mastery into consistency, and consistency into respect. Respect isn't earned through strength, dominance, or intimidation. It's earned through self-control. Through quiet discipline, through the ability to stay centered when everything around you tries to pull you off balance. If you master your behavior in public, you master your presence. If you master your presence, you master how the world experiences you. Every man makes mistakes. Every man has moments he regrets. But the man who learns from those moments and replaces them with practice becomes someone others naturally admire. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be intentional. And with these 8 rules and the practices attached to each, you now have a blueprint to become the calmest, strongest, most quietly powerful man in any room you enter. If this resonated with you, press like. It tells YouTube to put this in front of someone who needs calm more than chaos. Share below. What practice will you start tomorrow? Your commitment might help another man take the first step. And if you want more wisdom like this, practical, honest, grounding, subscribe and stay with the community. Every week, we sharpen the mind, steady the heart, and build the kind of man you're becoming.